First of all, why? I mean, why you are traveling Europe and why it's so important?
It is. I'm traveling Europe because I say that if you want to communicate Europe, you have to communicate face to face. And this is why I said in June last year, there has to be someone who goes from city to city to discuss with the people on the streets in the cities of Europe about what Europe is and why it is important to vote.
Yeah. Okay, on your website you state that the next European election gonna be crucial for the European future. Will you say why? What about the peculiarity of this election in regard compared to the previous ones?
The next elections are going to be important because if everything works out fine, we will have a new convention for the European Constitution in 2015. Besides this time, it's the first time the possibility that the European citizens have a possibility to elect the President of the European Commission indirectly. By voting for the European Parliament, they can decide in a way who is going to become the President of the European Commission, which is another idea of legitimacy for the European Union. But especially when it comes to the Constitution, it is something where we have to have a Parliament which is pro-European, which is pro-integration, and which is interested in what the citizens think.
Okay. Do you think that the European election in May will involve a greater number of citizens, or we are going to experience kind of second-class election again?
I think that this time it will be a bit better than in 2009, but the reason for this is that especially the right-wing and populist parties are going to gain more voters, whereas the normal, in parentheses, parties, which we know from left to right or left to conservative, will maybe not gain as much popularity as they had before.
Well, you also state in your website that not enough people know about the election. We said that in Italy is almost the same, it's the same as well. Do you believe that European institutions should do more in this regard? I mean, there's something wrong with how Europe is communicated now.
Yeah, there definitely is something wrong in the way Europe is communicated, which is one of the other reasons why I started this tour. Because I mean, I work in Brussels, and the reach out of European communicators is Europei and youth organizations. That's it. And I think when I compare to what I heard until now, today is the 22nd city I'm visiting, and I've been to Spain already. I've been to Portugal. I've been to France. And there you have the problem that people actually have no idea about the elections, if at all. They might know because there's another election coming up before. And I think that the importance of these elections and that people don't know about it is connected to the idea that in Brussels people have actually, who communicate with Europe, have actually no idea what is really going on in the countries. I mean, for example, in Portugal and in Spain, one of the most urgent arguments against voting or for participating in democracy at all is that they are thinking that all politicians are corrupt. In France, the people are absolutely not satisfied with the situation of the state of France, so to say. And this is why communication doesn't work. The communicators do not think about how Europe needs to be communicated. And when you take, for example, into consideration that Europe direct offices, as well as European Parliament and Commission representations in the different member states, in the different regions, have to communicate the way Brussels decides, which is a huge waste of resources and ideas, because who knows better how to communicate to the people in the cities than the people who live in the cities and who work in the cities. So there's something going on definitely in communication.
Okay, last question. I guess it's not so easy to find resources to go on with your tour, and I guess, you know. Who is funding you? I mean, it's all crowdfunding or what?
The whole tour is crowdfunded still until now, I can say, except for two people whom I didn't know before. everyone who gave money were friends and family. So I got the car from my parents to do this tour, because otherwise I could not have started. And I got around 1,200 euros from friends who collected money for me to actually do this tour, because they believe that I know what I'm doing. For the rest, there is a crowdfunding possibility on my website, and there is also the possibility to donate, because there are a lot of people who don't want a picture postcard and who don't want a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But till now I can say it's really difficult to get money together for this, and I'm thinking about ways how to change this.
Okay, thank you, Hans.
Thank you very much.